Welcome back, all our viewers. Fantastic session of cricket just ended. Complete domination from England's side. Salil, what are your views about India's batting failure yet again?
I think they've done slightly better than what they did in the previous match. So sarcastically, they've done well. But yes, all credit goes to the English bowlers. They've really come hard, and in spite of it being a batting pitch towards this last session, I think they've been able to pull out some of those beauties to get set batsmen out. So, I mean, full credit to the English bowlers.
When we talk about English bowling, we talk about good line and lengths, efficient swinging. But now England is starting to hunt in packs, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. I think Chris Wokes got into the game straight away, getting a wicket in his first over, and Ollie Robinson, who's been so brilliant, and all throughout the series, I think he's really become a mainstay of the English bowling attack. I think he's bowled brilliantly, and the others as well. I mean, so quite honestly, I think they're really on a high. They're riding on that wave, and also getting the benefit out of winning the toss and making it the best kind of situation and capitalizing on that decision to bowl first. I think the English guys would be pretty much on a very big high.
Rightly put there. When we talk about India, we always think about the batting being the mainstay. But the way it was uprooted by Root's team today, looking at a Sharma getting a snotter, a KL Rahul getting an unplayable ball, a Pujara yet again, not being able to work upon the basics. What are your views on those wickets?
Oh, I think Rohit Sharma got an absolute peach of a delivery. That's something that you wouldn't have expected. But I think that the minute that he came on to bowl, that delivery was absolutely unplayable. It almost climbed up onto chest level. There's no way to remove the bat from where he was playing. And I think that started, the whole thing about India losing its wickets, because the minute you lose a wicket in your first 6-7 overs and suddenly, and India were actually going out at a good pace. I think in the first 8 overs they scored around 24, 26 runs. They were middling the ball pretty well. KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma, they got off. They were not stuck on their ones or twos. So, but then comes this speech of a delivery, and then another brilliant delivery that comes in for KL Rahul, which was absolutely unplayable. He was caught napping there on the crease where the ball was clearly going onto the stumps, and obviously the bat was far away from it. So I think good job by the English bowlers for exploiting this, and sadly for the Indian batsmen were not able to play that one odd unplayable delivery that's coming. They don't know what to expect. It seems like that now, because even the set batsmen are getting out to some good deliveries that can be avoided, can be played slightly differently. You know, so pretty much slightly disappointing for India.
Rightly put there, Salil. When we talk about India's wows, right, we talk about outside edges, inside edges, wrong leaves. Now, when we talk about Shardul Thakur, right, he just walked out to bat. First ball, then left, second ball, middle. And the way he's batting, it completely looks different, right? Because he's not there's not a lot of hopes off of him, but he's got clarity as to what is to be done. Do you think that clarity is missing when a Pujara and a Rane are batting together?
I think they're really on a little bit of a confidence downer. Uh, Something's been playing in their head, and they keep going and pushing at those deliveries. You saw Rane, in spite of having a solid start and not giving any chance and leaving those balls. I think suddenly you come out and you put your bat for a ball that's going out and slightly foolish delivery. So I think it's got to do with their temperament. They are playing under pressure, and somehow they are being also set up in a big way.
Yeah.
The one that Kohli got off was really something that Robinson was really bowling inside the line to him,
Yeah.
and he could have actually just defended it rather than trying to come in the middle stump and play it on the leg side, and that's where he got the inside edge. And there were a couple of deliveries that were bowled before like that to him. Also, you have Ajinkya Rane, who was bowled short in the previous over, and Bouncer probably was expecting that, but then he got one foolish, and then he just put his bat out, which a nice low catch by Moeen Ali, which was referred first, but then it was a clean one. So England have been taking their chances as well,
Yeah.
or for the Indian batsmen. So something for them to go back and do again after another collapse. So let's wait and watch how much the Indian team can get to with the first innings.
Nice inputs there, Salil. Now coming to a different aspect, everything, all the talks in the town at the beginning were Anderson versus Kohli, but there's a different affair in town. There's Robinson and Kohli, right? The way both of them have been chirping, towards each other, and Robinson having the upper hand yet again.
Yeah. Oh yes, I think Ollie Robinson does not consider James Anderson as one of the stalwarts of English bowling. He's like, no man, I can swing it and I can get these wickets out. So some stats for you, Paras. In this series itself, Robinson has taken 5 wickets of Rishabh Pant and 3 of Virat
Wow.
Kohli. So I mean, he's got these wickets. So they are kind of his bunnies. And Rishabh Pant still on the crease. He had
Yeah.
a wild swing, at one of the bowlers running around. So really, I mean, it sent my pulse rating, and it was quite. It was a little difficult to believe that somebody would go out and play something reckless like that. I mean, just imagine if he would have got out on that shot, how frustrating it would be. But having that said, he's still at the crease, and the rest of the Indian bowlers who are going to toil it out in the middle tomorrow on this batting pitch because the sun is clearly out. I think it's going to be pretty easy for the batsmen to score a lot of runs if they're actually going to stay at the crease. And if they're not able to extract, the odd bounce and the odd shape that the English bowlers are going to get, we're staring at another 300, 400 runs made by England. So pretty much it really goes from our kind of the way the Indian batsmen have put it on today versus the kind of confidence that the English bowlers have given their batsmen to put on a bigger score so that they ensure that they don't want to bat again and yet another innings defeat might be we might be staring at that.
Yeah, right. When we talk about England here, England looks like a very tight bunch. They know what their plans are, and the crowd is also backing them. No spin has been seen up till now, nor a cutter has been bowled. Now I see Moeen Ali warming up. Here we've got the scorecards. Not a pretty one from India's perspective, but a brilliant one from England's perspective.
Oh, absolutely. I think all the bowlers chipping in for wickets. Even Overton got a run out there last night. I think that was some hope that India had because he defended really well in the 47 balls that he played. I think the only bad ball he played was the one that he got out on. So I think he'll really be gutted, for getting out. But having said that, we have a little bit of Rishabh Pant and Shardul Thakur who we know can bat, and Umesh Yadav also. So I think that's some hope for India to hang in there as much as possible more than making those runs because you might just make 10, 20 runs more and just get out in 2 or 3 overs. But it's important to spend time in the middle. And if Rishabh Pant, has been given the instructions by the team management that, since you're batting with the tail, just go for whatever you want and then we'll go and bowl. I don't think that should be the talk that Kohli and Shastri should be having back in the dressing room. I think they need to tell these guys that, you know what, guys, forget the runs. Let's just dig in your tents and just sit down there and
Just kill time, right? The focus has to kill
time. It's absolutely important because your wickets are falling like a pack of cards, and the only thing that can really save you is spending time at the wicket. And to do that, it would mean that leaving a lot of balls, making the England bowlers think, they'll try and bowl at their bodies, they'll try and bowl body line, they'll try and bowl close to the stumps. That's where you'll be having the chance to pick those singles and doubles off because when their line will be off and somewhere not in that driving distance and not away from the bat and on the body, there's no chance of these tail enders, so-called tail enders, to go and score more runs. So I think pretty much that's the only hope that India can really have because all your plans when it comes to your batting have really gone down the drains because you've lost your top 6 wickets. So you can't really be expecting 50 out of Shardul Thakur and Umesh Yadav and the others put together. So we just hope that they have and maybe some runs that Rishabh Pant can do. But on the other hand, I think with around 20 overs left, you have England, which if India survive, will definitely take the new ball and pretty much they'll bundle off India within the next 10 overs. So there's no doubt that that's going to happen. So I think as much as possible, India need to try and go to stumps with maybe a
Yeah,
wicket or two
same
still
thing.
there, and not giving away so easily.
It's amazing the clarity of thought that you possess, Salil. I really hope India could ape what you just thought. And live action coming up. Thanks a lot for your time. Hope to meet you again in the post match session. Thank you, Salil.
All right, Paras, thanks.
Cheers.